So from this lesson, force, we will continue that question and answers, a few questions, so that the first lesson will be complete from state part. Okay, first question is, what are the changes we can make by applying force? Changes. Can you see the board? Changes can be made by force. Changes can be made by force. First one, what are the changes we can make? So by applying force, we can change the speed of an object. Speed of an object. So by applying force, we can change the speed of an object. So example for this is, for each and every change, we have to give two examples. First one is by applying force on pedals. Applying force on pedals of bicycle, we can change the speed. Second example, by catching a ball. We can change the ball which is in motion from a particular point, and by catching it, so that we can reduce the speed of the ball. Okay. Next, second change. First one is speed of an object. Second one is shape of an object. This is the second change. So example for this change is stretching the rubber band. So we can change the shape. Or second example, tearing a paper. So this is also an example for changing the shape of an object. Next, by applying force, we can change the direction. Of an object. So by applying force, we can change the direction of the object. Example for this is hitting a ball by batsman. So whenever a bowler bowls the ball, so the batsman hits the ball, so that the bowler bowls the ball in one particular direction, so that the ball may move in another direction. Right? Second example, changing the direction of an object. For that, the second example is football. When a player kicks the football. So whenever the football player kicks a football, so the ball moves from one particular direction, so that another player kicks the ball in another direction, so that it changes the direction. So it is one of the important questions. And continuation for this. So by using force we can change the shape, size. The size also includes in the shape only, because whenever the size changes, the shape also changes. You can change the speed, direction. So speed includes that motion to rest as well as rest to motion, and also increasing or decreasing in speed. Okay. Next, what are the two types of forces? The two types of forces are types of forces. So if you know these types of forces, then you know that complete lesson easily. So two types of forces are, there are two types of forces. One is contact force and non-contact force. Second one is non-contact force, or it is also called as field force. What it is? Field force. So coming to the contact force, the force which acts between two bodies which are in contact. The force which acts between two bodies which are in contact. Two bodies which are in contact is known as contact force. And coming to the definition for field force, the force which acts between two bodies which are not in contact. Even though these bodies are not in contact, and the force acts between those two bodies, and that force what we call as non-contact force or field force or force at a distance. Examples for these forces are, so in each force we will give 4 examples, and remember, depending upon the marks given, if it is given for 8 marks, we have to define each force and examples, definition for examples in each force. Like in contact force, coming to the examples, first one is muscular force, we have to define this. The force which acts by using our body muscles. The force which acts by using our body muscles is known as muscular force. Second one is normal force. We have to define this. Already I gave the definitions. Here the board is not sufficient to define, to write all those, so I am saying that you have to listen. Normal force, the force which acts perpendicular to the surface. The force which acts perpendicular to the surface is known as normal force. Third one, frictional force. force. Friction force is the force which opposes the relative motion between two surfaces which are in contact. Two surfaces which are in contact. The force which acts between two surfaces which are in contact. Friction force is the opposing force. The force which opposes the relative motion between two surfaces which are in contact is known as friction force. Next one is tensional force. Tensional force. Tensional force is the force when a body hangs to a rope, rod, string, spring, then the tensional force comes to play. Right? When a body hangs to a rope, rod, string, spring, then the tensional force comes to the play. Remember, in a free body diagram, I already said that these are important to draw the free body diagrams. In which case, which force acts on that body? If the body is hanging to a rope, rod, string, that tension force. If a body is in motion and it is friction and the surface has some friction, then we have to place the friction force in opposite direction to the applied force. And normal force. Whenever the body is on the surface, then the normal force is perpendicular to the surface in upward direction. Of course, mechanical force, etc. Mechanical force is nothing but the force which acts by machine or objects or things like hammer. If you want to screw the nail to a wall, we will use hammer. Of course, by using our body muscles, we will apply some amount of force on the hammer. But the force which acts between a hammer and nail is mechanical force. Mechanical, a machine. A thing is nothing but a machine. Right? Next, coming to the examples for field force. First one is gravitational force. So gravitational force is nothing but the force which acts by the gravity on the body. By the gravity of our earth on the body. So the gravitational force, the force which acts by the earth on the body. The force which acts on the body the force which acts by the earth on the body. Right? Second one, magnetic force. Second one is magnetic force. So the force which acts by the magnet on magnetic materials is known as magnetic force. Third one is electrostatic force. So it is also nothing but a field force. The definition for this is the force which acts between two charged bodies. Electrostatic force is nothing but the force which acts between two charged bodies is known as electrostatic force. And finally, nuclear force. Is nothing but it is the force which acts between the nucleus and electrons. Since the electrons revolve around the nucleus, so the force acts between the nucleus and electrons is nothing but the nuclear force, and this nuclear force is the weakest force of all the forces. Okay, Nama? Right. Next. There is a question, important question, that why do the tools made for always cutting have sharp edges? Why it is easy to cut the sharp knife instead of a blunt one? So that is the question. So the question is, why the knives always need a sharp edges? So why it is needed? Because since depending upon the question is why the knives always sharp edge, or it is easy to cut the knife with sharp edge than a blunt one? That is the question. So since pressure is equal to force by area, depend upon the pressure is equal to force by area. Okay. Since sharp edge has less area. When you compare the knife on both sides, one side has lesser area and another side has more area when compared to the both sides. Okay, since area is inversely proportional to the pressure, area is inversely proportional to the pressure. So if you apply small amount of force on this area, then more pressure will create than if we apply small amount of force then more pressure will create. Okay, so it's easy to cut. So it's easy to cut. So why the knife always have sharp edges? Because of since pressure is equal to force by area and pressure is inversely proportional to area, sharper edge has less area. So if we apply small amount of force on that area, then it creates more pressure. So that it's easy to cut. Very important question. Okay. Next question. Objects changes their motion. Object changes their motion. Due to net force acts. On them. So it is the question. That is the question. Why the object moves? When the net force acts on them. Net force acts చేసినప్పుడు మాత్రమే మనకి objects అనేవి move అవుతాయి అమ్మా. So what is meant by net force? So net force is nothing but it is the body, right? Initially it is in rest position. Initially the body is in rest position. The body is not moving. Okay, it is in rest position because of some amount of net force acting on them is equal to 0. Here F net is equal to 0. Net force acting on the body is 0. Let's check what are the net forces acting on the body when the body is in rest position. Since the body is on the surface of any body, let's say it is on the earth or it is on some other surface like a plank or roof or something else. Here the number of forces acting on the body is two forces. What are the two forces? Normal force in vertical upward direction and weight of the body in vertically downward direction. Right? As we haven't said that in the net force we have to calculate in two directions, vertical directions as well as in horizontal directions. Okay, if here the net force acting in the horizontal direction, vertical direction, in vertical direction the net force acting on the body is 0, and also in horizontal direction also net force is equal to 0. That's why the body is not moving. Like F1 and F2 forces are acting. Since F1 is equal to F2, then the body is not moving, as I already said that. Okay. Okay now. So here in horizontal direction the net force is equal to 0. In vertical direction also the net force is equal to 0. The question is, the object changes their motion. Here it is in rest position. If it comes to motion, then some amount of force should apply in horizontal direction. If some amount of force acts in vertical direction, then the body moves in vertical direction, either in upwards or downwards. If net force is more, then the body moves in upward direction. If weight of the body is more, then the body moves in a downward direction. Okay. If F1 is more in horizontal direction, if F1 is more, then the body moves in towards F1 direction. If F2 is more, then the body moves towards the F2 direction. Here, a body is not moving in the sense, then the net force acts on the body is 0. Net force acts on the body is 0. Okay. Here, listen. Here, the forces acting in opposite directions are same. The forces acting in opposite directions are same. So the net force increases thereby object moves. That means if the body moves in any particular direction, either it is the direction here I am indicating east, west, north and south. If the body wants to move towards east, then F1 force should be more, which means it is the F1 force. If F1 force is more than F2, if F1 is greater than F2, then the body moves in towards the east direction, right? Okay, so here if F2 force is more, same in this case, if F2 is greater than F1, then body moves towards the west. So by this, clear that if the net force acts on the body, here initially the body is in rest position, that's why the object is not moving its position. Okay. If the body wants to move in any particular direction, the net force acting on the body should change other than equal. ఇలా ఈక్వల్ అవ్వకుండా F1 is equal to F2 అయినప్పుడు బాడీ అనేది రెస్ట్ లో ఉండిపోతుందమ్మా. హారిజాంటల్ డైరెక్షన్ అయితే మూవ్ అవుతుంది. As we know that normal force and weight of the body are constant and equal on a rough surface. Okay, so the body does not move in vertical direction, either in upwards or downward direction. So whenever if you push this board in this direction, so some amount of force, some frictional force also acts on the opposite direction to me. So if you want to move this object, you should overcome that frictional force, then only the object moves. Initially ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కి సమ్ వెయిట్ అనేది ఉంటుందమ్మా. సో ఫ్రిక్షన్ ఫోర్స్ టర్మ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు మీకు క్లియర్గా అర్థమవుతుంది. బాడీకి కొంచెం వెయిట్ ఉంటుంది. మనం ఈ బాడీని ఎప్పుడు మూవ్ చేయగలం? మనం ఈ బాడీ వెయిట్ కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు మాత్రమే మనం ఈ బాడీని మూవ్ చేయగలం. చూడండి, నేను ఇక్కడ ఈ బాడీని పుష్ చేస్తున్నానా, బాడీని పుష్ చేస్తుంటే బాడీ ఏమైనా మూవ్ అవుతుందా? మూవ్ అవ్వదు. ఎందుకు? నేను అప్లై చేసేది స్మాల్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ ఫోర్స్ కాబట్టి. So whenever if I apply more amount of force than the weight of this body, then this body will move easily. Right? Here the weight of the body is nothing but a friction force. So here the net force applied on the board should be greater than the initial friction force. So ఇక్కడ ఈ F1 అనేది friction force అనుకుంటే ఈ బాడీని కనుక మూవ్ చేయాలి అంటే F1 should be greater than F2. Here F2 is the weight of the body, friction force. అక్కడ ఏమి ఫోర్స్ లేవు. దీనికి ఉండే ఒకే ఫోర్స్ ఏంటి? ఫ్రిక్షన్ ఫోర్స్. సో ఈ బాడీని మూవ్ చేయాలి అంటే I should apply more amount of force. So then if net force is greater than the initial frictional force, then the body will move. So by this you can clear that the object changes their motion whenever the net force acts on the body. In other cases the body does not move. If net force does not act on the body, then the body is in rest position forever. According to Newton's first law, if a body is not changing its position due to inertia, if the body wants to move, if you apply some amount of force on the body, till then the body is in the rest position forever and ever. Okay, na? Right. So we will continue this in the next class. Is there any doubts to you?